Hello everyone. Myself Vivek Prakash Pathak. I am a student at Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Lucknow University, in Department of Civil Engineering. The topic for my seminar presentation is Plastone. Before moving to our main topic, let's have some insight about some data which would make you more familiar with this innovation. According to the reports for year 2017-18, CPCB has estimated that India generates approximately 9.4 million tons per annum of plastic waste, which is about 26,000 tons of waste per day. Out of this, approximately 5.6 million tons per annum of plastic waste is recycled, which is about 60% of the waste, which amounts to 15,600 tons of waste per day. And 3.8 million tons per annum plastic waste is left uncollected or littered, which is about 94,000 tons of waste per day. In context of India, these stats are 38% higher than the global average of 20%. Now, all of you must be familiar with the detrimental effects of plastic. Let's have a look on this. First is the groundwater and soil pollution. Since we know that plastic is a material made to last forever and due to the same chemical composition, it takes hundreds of years to degrade, which leads to drainage of toxic chemicals in groundwater and also affecting the fertility of soil. Second is the pollution in oceans, where collection of plastic at its surface leads to dropping of oxygen level in water, severely affecting the survival of marine species, which poses high threat to marine ecology. Over 600 marine species are affected by plastics. Nearly 45,000 marine animals have ingested plastics and 80% were injured or killed. For humans, these harmful chemicals can cause severe health issues including cancer, birth defects, reproductive damage, asthma, and multiple organ damage. So, by far, knowing such dreadful effects of plastic, and natural thought could arise that if it is so harmful, then either ban it or replace it. But could plastic ban be an effective solution? Let's have a look at this. Though the idea of restricting the inflow of imposing a ban could have been a welcoming idea, the question on the economics, availability, and applicability of the alternatives remain unanswered. Plastic bans can be less effective if users simply switch to other single-use bags, which include paper bags. Switching to paper bags also entails its own environment concerns with its production. A plastic ban law increases the prices of goods and services. About 10 crore people's livelihood is dependent on this industry. This simply proves that plastic ban is not an effective solution. So, what could be the possible solution? Here, meet our savior, known as the Plastic Man of India, Professor Rajgopalan Vasudevan, Professor of Chemistry at Thiagarjar College of Engineering, Madurai. Working in his laboratory, the results of mixing waste plastic with solid waste and coating the mixture over stone proved positive. He got his idea implemented through the use of plastic waste on a road constructed inside the premises of his college in 2002. To date, this stretch of road is still going strong. In 2006, the Thiagarjar College of Engineering received the patent for this technology. Dr. Vasudevan was honored with one of India's highest civilian awards, the Padma Shri, for his groundbreaking research on reusing waste plastic in very unusual way. Creation of Plastone. Using the process to merge waste plastic and stone with materials like limestone, ceramic waste, and granite, Dr. Vasudevan has created an eco-friendly building material that consumes up to 40% more plastic than that used in the road laying process. He calls this material Plastone and says that it is last-longing, durable, and cheap. This is the image of a Plastone block. So now, what is the process? The process of mixing and using the waste plastic mix. First, the plastic waste material is shredded to a particular size using a shredding machine. The plastic waste items that can be used for Plastone blocks are various items like plastic carry bags, plastic cups, and plastic packaging of various eatables, etc. The plastic waste mix is heated at 165 degrees Celsius and transferred to the mixing chamber. This results in good binding between the two. The shredded plastic waste is then added to the various solid wastes where it gets coated uniformly over these solid wastes. Wait, burning plastics isn't a cause of pollution? To environmentalists who believe that the technology could be harmful because of the toxic fumes from plastic residue, Dr. Vasudevan points out that the plastic used is softened at 170 degrees Celsius. Plastic decomposes to release toxic fumes only if it is heated at temperatures above 270 degrees Celsius. So there is no question of toxic gases being released, he says. Since plastic coats the stone, its property change and it doesn't break down when exposed to light and heat. Advantages achieved. Plastic rag pickers not only get an additional core, but they also get a mean to earn. It is not necessary to have conventional materials to make plastone. Construction debris will ideally combine with waste plastic. Use of water is minimal and it is possible to provide attractive surface finishing for each block. Plastone blocks have undergone strenuous tests at the laboratory and can withstand 300 tons of load. Each block measures 30 cm in length and has half an inch thickness, which can consume up to 15 PET bottles. It is 10 times stronger than concrete. Along with the plastic waste, we are also using solid wastes, including the demolition waste, ceramic waste, gypsum, fly ash, slags, concrete debris, leading to less burden on landfills and providing us more free spaces. Thus, here we are achieving two goals simultaneously with a single arrow, that is, reducing the burden on landfills and making more spaces available and utilizing all the wastes into a useful product. Various applications. Plastone can be used for flooring, especially for outdoors. It can be a cheap and strong substitute for cement blocks, which have a tendency to wither away in constant rain. It can be an effective liner for water bodies, especially canals, preventing water seepage. It can also be used to raise compounded walls. A coat of emulsion can be provided to make it colorful and attractive. Each plastone block consumes nearly 300 plastic bags and between 4 to 6 plastic bottles. Approximately 60 plastones would be sufficient to construct an eco-friendly bathroom. The material could also be used to pave sidewalks and replacing cement. There are many innovations done based on great ideas, but to most of them, the most prevailing limitation is its cost of construction. Let's have a look on the cost of plastone. A comparative cost analysis between the toilet structures constructed using rational method and using plastone blocks is done. Rate for the construction of 4 by 4 by 7 toilet structure using plastone block is about 7,556 rupees. Using the plastone blocks, the cost incurred in constructing a toilet structure is about 7,556 rupees. Whereas using the traditional method, the cost incurred in bringing the toilet structure of the same size is about 27,000 rupees, which simply proves that the toilet structures made up of plastone is about 3 times cheaper than the toilet constructed using the traditional means. This simply implies that the construction using plastone blocks is very economical and thus can be replaced by the traditional method of constructing the toilets. Now presenting you the case study. According to the research conducted by Dr. R. Vasudevan, Dr. A. Ramlinga Chandrasekhar and Mr. B. Sudhakarnan from Thiagarjar College of Engineering, Madurai, plastone is a material prepared using waste plastics available in the solid waste of the particular area which can be segregated and used as a binder with the stone aggregate. This prefabricated plastone can be used in the construction of structure of the toilet blocks, individual household latrines. This process can also be done in situ and no external industry is involved. This process results in not only in the reduction of the cost of construction of IHHL but also in the easy disposal of solid waste available in the village. Under the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan scheme, the state is promoting construction and use of sanitary latrine at all households. According to the Principal Secretary Environment, they have decided to procure the technology and even the tiles made of plastic from Professor Vasudevan and plan to use them in construction of toilets since they are non-porous and prevent water penetration. As per estimates, Maharashtra's 27,902 Gram Panchayats have 1.15 crore of houses, of which 63.67 lakh or 55% are without toilets. The government had constructed 12.79 lakh individual toilets at rupees 656 crore by the end of 2017. The cost of constructing a single unit could significantly come down with the use of Plastone. The centre had sanctioned a rupees 17.16 lakh project to study the possibility of building low-cost hygienic toilets in villages using prefabricated structure made up of waste plastic stone blocks. The equipment needed for making plastone blocks using shredded waste plastic and aggregate had already been installed at the College of Engineering Madurai and an improved version was also getting ready. During the laboratory tests, plastone was found to be strong and it withstood the pressure and also resisted water percolation. Officials said it had a higher transverse strength of 300 kg, whereas a cement block's strength is 60 to 70 kg. This is a toilet constructed using plastone blocks in Madurai. Case study 2 is the use of plastone pavement blocks in Hyderabad. India's first dog park is not just a heaven for dog lovers, but also a glimmer of hope for environmentalists fighting for a plastic free world. The first 4,000 square feet pavement right outside the park has been constructed out of 1500 recycled plastones. Installed by GHMC and Hyderabad based startup Bamboo House India, these tiles are an eco friendly alternative that offers a practical solution to the growing menace of plastic. This is the image of the pavement using plastone blocks made in Hyderabad. Conclusion: it's time we stop seeing plastic as the enemy and turn it into our biggest resource. As, according to the optimistic approach, we are not producing enough plastic so as to construct plastones and pavement blocks required by the country, and thus the aim of achieving a plastic free world is not only clearly visible but we have also started the journey to meet our goals. Thus, plastic could prove to be a bane to us if wise and judicious use of it is performed. Thank you. These are the references. Thank you.